Hello, my darlings, and while I'm here, I have to lift up the Earth Angel, little Earth Angel, because she's here wanting to get up on her mother's knee. No, she wants to get down now. She doesn't want to get up. She wants something. Did you want to come up and say hello to everyone? Look at everyone. Look at Mummy's computer. Little Earth Angel, what have you got to say for yourself today? Eh? So everybody can see you. She says, hello, this is Maisie, Mama's little number one Earth Angel, well, number two Earth Angel, really. The big girl's here somewhere, down there somewhere. I've got the cards in my hand and the title. Oh, Lordy, girls and boys. Oh, I tell you, kiddies. Oh, God, from the other side of the world, and we're looking on. Where are our heads if not, where they shouldn't be or where it shouldn't be? So the title of today's show is Humpty Dumpty. Oh, I've got to laugh. I can't help but laugh. Oh, if it wasn't so bloody serious, it'd be hilarious. Humpty Dumpty has a trumpet and a platform. That's basically what came to me this morning. I woke up during the night, as I do some days before I decide to do the video. I couldn't sleep last night. I kept saying to Spirit, well, show me some things, show me the way, show me. And it was just all a wild mess, and I just couldn't get anything running through any sort of channel. I was all over the place, and finally went off to sleep. But this morning, I woke up with energy, full of vigour and purpose. I had a reading early with my gorgeous lady who you'll be seeing on the other video channel, or the same platform, but the other Soul Wisdom video we'll be doing, Conversations with Wallace, next month. So you'll be introduced to Chrissy from Minnesota, who's absolutely beautiful, wonderful lady, beautiful soul, a healer, and she's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And she'll be on next month. You'll be introduced and meeting her. And I did a reading with her this morning, which was lovely. So, of course, I don't discuss readings with anyone, but it was a good reading, and Chrissy, I'm sure, enjoyed it as much as I did. But one of the things that I realised out of it is that we'd been having a little bit of problem, or having some problems with our website. So we're going to change the platform. We're doing a little bit of work on it as we speak. Pardon me, I've got my girl onto that, Clara, and we're going to do some adjusting, and we're going to do some things and solve some of those problems that have occurred. Now, yesterday was about 38 degrees here in Melbourne, Celsius, not Fahrenheit, so 38 degrees, bloody hot. And we've had that for a few days, but today the temperature has dropped down to about 19 or 20 degrees Celsius, so it's quite pleasant, much cooler, and I've even got a jumper on today because it's cooler weather. Lovely, really nice, lovely change from the blistering hot bloody weather that we've had with the air conditioner running all day, which drives me crackers. Okay, so I am shuffling the cards. Now, what has been coming for me is, yes, I think that, look, on one hand, darlings, it's horrifying. On one hand, it's hard to believe, and it's like, how did we get here? How did all this happen? And how the bloody hell did this lunatic, God, lunatic moon clock, how did he get um, to even be on the ticket to be president when he's a convicted felon? But anyway, I have no idea, and I guess America has to sort that one out. That's a loophole in your constitution, I think, and you bang on about your constitution and right for speech and right to bear arms and all the rest of the nonsense, but you know, they haven't sorted out how to stop a felon being a president. Police, oh my head, it's spinning. Um, oh, it's, it's too much. It's too much for me to cope with at times. Okay, so I didn't watch the inauguration. My attitude was that if it didn't do me any good, or if it made me angry or upset, I wasn't going to bloody well watch it, and I didn't. And of course, you can't escape some of the, you know, the bits and bobs and, you know, the things that come up and all that on, pardon me, on media. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news or anything, but somehow it all creeps through. So I have seen some, you know, bits and pieces about Melania and her hat, and the other lunatic. Um, but I am saying, what I am going to say is this. It wouldn't be happening, darlings, if you didn't need it. Oh, ouch. It wouldn't be happening if you didn't need it, if there wasn't a lesson to be learned. It reminds me of a bad marriage, and you know, it breaks your heart and you get out of it, and you finally um, seemingly put it behind you, and then you meet someone else and you marry someone else and find that you've chosen almost exactly the same person. And that happens many times. Why does it happen? Didn't learn the first time, darlings. Didn't learn what you needed to learn. And it happens with all sorts of things, doesn't it? All sorts of situations. If you have a situation where you find yourself in the same thing over and over and over and over, it's because we haven't learnt what we need to change it within ourselves. And I think, pardon me, I think that's what's happening with America. I think that God love America, but and I lived there for 4 years. I loved it. I did. I loved it. Um, I wouldn't go and live there now. Not a pink fit. That's certainly not on the horizon or the agenda. Um, but you know, he wouldn't like people like me. Um, he'd probably put me in his black book or on his blacklist. Um, he's got a platform. He's Humpty Dumpty's got a trumpet, and he's got a platform, and he loves attention. Oh my God, he loves attention. You could have imagined him as a little boy, couldn't you, stamping his feet to get all the attention that he needed, making out that he was some, you know, bloody genius as he got older, and he was a dickhead. He wasn't a genius at all. I mean, who can go broke twice in a casino? Who goes broke in a casino? I mean, anyway, I'll let you work that one out. But he's got a platform, he's got a trumpet, and he's blowing it, and blowing smoke out his old wazoo as well, because he loves oh, he's oh, he loves the media, he loves the whole thing. But is he going to be there? Is he still going to be there? And is there trouble in the camp? Now, as I shuffle these, I'm going to ask the question, is Humpty Dumpty going to be there in 6 months' time? Is Humpty Dumpty going to be there in 6 months' time? And what's happening with Musk and Vance? Hmm? I'll take a look at that. So what's happening with Trump and Musk and Vance? I think Musk is going to shoot himself in the foot. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that Musk is going to shoot himself in the foot. He's a bit off his rocker too, that bloke. He's a bit off his platform. And he's, um, locked his clogs as well. And I think, um, I feel, I feel that he's going to, in a moment of losing it and disappointment and rage and all the rest of the things that he's built up, because he's a nutter, um, like the other one, I think he's going to. I think he's going to put the cat among the pigeons. I think he's going to. I think he's going to let out of the bag some secrets. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that, will we? Yep. Oh, yep. Okay. 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 All right. The cards that have come out first: the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords all came out. The Queen of Swords was in the just past, and I'm going to read that Ace of Pentacles with the High Priestess over top. I'm going to read the Queen of Swords as Kamala. It's not done until it's done, and it's not done. Now, don't ask me what that means. I don't know. That's just what's coming through, and it's not done. There's something going on with the Queen of Swords, and she sure is a thinker, and there's something going on with her. There's some things that she's uncovered and delving into. I think she's got quite a few, computer people around her. I think she's got a bit of stuff, just straightening up my jumper because it's annoying me. I think she's got a bit of, I think she's got a lot of stuff going on around her. I think she's delving and uncovering. That's what I'm getting from there. The High Priestess is sitting here over the Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be an expose around money. Now, I don't know where that's coming from or what that's about, but I suspect that it's got something to do with all the funds that were channeled from these oligarchs into his campaign and all the money that he got. But I want to say this, and I'm going to probably upset a few people. By the way, thank you for those of you that put me in my place and correct me about Aquarius being, an air sign, not a water sign. Um, what the? Um, who cares, love, really? Thank you. Thank you anyway for reminding me and telling me I could have Googled it and all that sort of stuff. I'm probably a little older than you, so who cares? Who cares? We all make mistakes, and I made a mistake too, and I'll make more. Um, so what? Next. Okay, so the High Priestess sitting over the Ace of Pentacles says to me that there's an expose around the money. The money is the money from the oligarchs, all these fellows that have funded him and put in a whole bunch of money. There's a lot of people with money, overseas money, lots of overseas money. That's all going to come to light because that's not going to slip by. Look, over here, you'll get this over here, and you think to yourself, what the? And that, they've got it all their own way and it's all going to be crap. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's all going to be crap. I'm of the mindset, and my feeling is that all of this has happened because it needed to happen, and it needed for this whole thing to bubble up and be in the open and transparent, not him under the table shit stirring and doing all of his nonsense over there, constantly needling away at things and creating an audience for himself. I think he needed to come out into the open. He needs to be seen. He needs to be out there so that people can really get a look at him, because I think they forgot who he was. And quite frankly, I'm sorry, darlings, but he's an old man now, and the old bloke's losing his mind. I'm sorry, but he is. There is in the future a transition and more things. There's a moving on, that's for sure. Absolutely. Oh, the Empress, the Hierophant, oh, and the Devil. They all came out. Now, I have to tell you, all these cards are major arcana cards. So normally, in a reading or in any reading or in anything that you're doing, if you have, three or more major arcana cards coming out, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's pretty significant. Listen up. Okay, so the Empress, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, pushing back against what's gone on, pushing back against all this. They're not going to have it all their own way. He can close the border, he can dance, he can do, the Irish jig if he likes. He can bear his bum in the middle of bloody Washington, D.C. Won't make any difference, because he's not going to get it all his own way. And there's a lot of people that there's a lot of stuff floating around. There's a lot of things because sometimes the wheel turns slowly, and I'm feeling that the wheel has been turning slowly, but there is definitely a magnifying glass. That's what I'm getting. I'm seeing this huge magnifying glass. There's a huge magnifying glass on it all, and there's a lot of surprises. Oh, it's a fairly tumultuous time. Pardon me, and it's tumultuous for, of course, the simple reason that um, he's putting or wanting to put in place, of course, ridiculous and stupid things. He has no idea how to run a country. That's not what he's there for. He's there because he's got a platform to blow his trumpet. That's all. He just loves to hear his own voice, loves to hear himself talk, loves to have the paperwork put in front of him so he can sign, Trump to it. He lies about everything, and that's going to continue, but that's going to be more and more because he's, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be unkind about, the mental illness thing, but, the poor old bus has lost his mind, really. His cactus. He's really, he's, pardon the expression, but in Australia we'd say he's had the gherkin. So we've got the Hierophant card, so that's looking at it all under a microscope, really, and a lot of that's being done at the moment. There's going to be a lot of surprises. People assume that some of these people like Hegseth and all these people that are being put up for jobs and all that, it'd be like, they'd just stamp it and away to go, they'd get it through. Not so. It's not going to happen. There's going to be some real surprises in that, if that hasn't happened already. Probably has. I don't look at the news, but some of that may have been happening already. But there's going to be quite a few surprises. And the Devil card's an interesting card. This card is a very, very interesting card. There's a lot of people in his circle, a lot of people, I'm being told, in his circle that are feeling tied to him, that are feeling they have to acquiesce, they have to do whatever he wants, they have to go along with whatever he wants. And what's going to happen is that they're going to, bit by bit, they're going to realise and discover that they don't, and that it's not life-threatening or the end of the world if they, tell him to go to buggery. Let's take let me just do another couple of cards around this because, oh, really? Okay, yes, blinded by all this, some of the people around them. The Temperance card came out, another major arcana card. They're flowing today. And this one here, the Temperance card, is he's of course he's a liar. We know he's a liar, but he's also pretending at the moment. He's pretending to be, you know, he's him and his Bible. He's pretending to be angelic. He's pretending to be something, of course, that he's not. Absolutely, he's not. But he's pretending to be that. He is. He's totally lost the plot. Totally lost the plot. That's going to escalate because he's suffering from something that doesn't get any better. It just gets worse, and it often gets to a point where it really escalates. And that's what Vance is there for. He was put there initially as a backstop. He was put there because they believe that they can manipulate him. I'm going to put these back in and shuffle this pack again, hopefully shuffle it well. And I want to have a little look at that because I reckon Muskie, I think he's gonna shoot himself in the foot. He's gonna come out and make a big he's gonna make a fuss about something and open his mouth, and it won't be good for him. So that's going to happen to him. And the other bloke, Vance, what's going on with Vance? Show me what's going on with Vance. Show me, show me, show me why Vance is there. What's the story with Vance? Is he there? Was he put there by the oligarchs? Yes, I think he was. I think he was put there by the oligarchs, and I think he was groomed for this to take over because they've never had any faith because this bloke will turn on everybody like a viper. But they've never had any faith in him. They don't really believe him and they don't trust him. So they need a backup, and Vance is the backup for that. But I don't get the feeling that Vance wants to really be there. I don't think Vance wants to be there. He might be in the background smiling his silly smile, but he doesn't really want to be there, and he wouldn't be any good as president of the United States either. But having said that, I think that as time goes on, including now, you're going to see, of course, I'll show you those in a minute. You're going to see Vance push back against him. He's not going to agree with, and he's not going to go along with all that Trumpy's got in his mind and wants to do, marching everybody to the border and all the rest of it, mass deportations, all that. Whoever heard of such rubbish? Grow up. Oh, where are these guys? My mother used to say to me one time, if you can send one man to the moon, you should be able to send them all. I was younger then and I didn't quite know what she was getting at, but as I got older, I sure did learn that. Absolutely. Okay, the Hermit card is out. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't get that. Just sorry about that. I needed it on because I am expecting something today, but when I looked at it, that wasn't it. Okay. Oh, for goodness sake. Let me just, I'm not quite sure how to do this. Silent, that's it. I've found it. Okay, so the Hermit card. Mm, mm, mm. Expose is what's coming to me. Expose. There's an expose going on here. What is going to come out? What is being what is being exposed? Okay, so ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, oops. Oh, sorry, kids, but it's a long time since all these sort of cards came out together. Okay. Hmm. Okay. The Hermit, Nine of Swords, five, oops, Five of Cups, and the Tower card. And over here, the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Well, good old Vancy feels that he feels that he's won the lotto. He feels he's a rich man at the moment, because he's sitting there as now with the title of vice president. He's got an ego as well. He's now vice president of the United States of America, and he's certainly feeling important. He's all puffed up, but it's going to come unstuck. It's all going to come unstuck. The Hermit is shining a light on. I told you there was this thing around money, and he's been in on it. Um, he's been in on it. He'll be included in it. Um, he's going to be included in the whole expose thing on the money, and he's going to be emotionally shattered. Vance. He's going to be. He's not good at this. He's not good at all this stuff. He puts on bravado and everything, but he's going to be emotionally tested, and he's going to be emotionally shattered. And the Tower card definitely says, the whole thing's going to come down around his ears big time. And again, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, again, it's going to be, there's something. There's a there's this there's this brewing, and we can all feel it. I'm not telling you something, darlings, that you can't feel. You can feel this. You can feel all this turmoil. You can feel all this upheaval. You can feel this intenseness, this brewing of this energy that's going to bubble over. But I do believe, and I'm going to put this in the nicest possible way, I think you would have had a lot, if this bloke hadn't have got in, I think you would have had a lot of internal trouble, a lot of internal strife, and I think that this had to happen. It had to happen. It had to take place, and it's brought it all out in the open. It's brought it all. It's brought it all to a head. This is not 2016 repeated. Absolutely not. Don't even think it is, darlings, because it isn't. This is not. Uh, this is not a rerun of 2016, because Humpty Dumpty's a lot older, and he's not well. Um, mm, I don't get a good feeling about all that. I just don't. And I think that there's news to come around all this, and I don't feel, not think, I don't feel, um, I don't feel he's going to be there more than a few months. I think, I think whatever's wrong with him um, will take over, and I believe that a lot of the others know that, and that's why they've got, Vance there, who they're hoping to manipulate. That's not going to happen. No, no. Um, there isn't good news. There isn't good news. Um, no, no. The Tower card. It's um, there's not good news. I'm going to stick my neck out and say there's the passing of someone. It's it's not good news. Mm. No, when they come out together like this, um, um, it's not. It's not good. That's all I'm going to say about it, because um, I have a lot of emotion around it. I have a lot of stuff going on with it. I have a lot of stuff going on with it. I think, I believe, I feel the whole border thing is, I think it's a ruse. Um, there's a lot of pushback, a lot of very, very disappointed people um, around him, even, that are disappointed in all those pardons for those people who deserve to be there. Um, and that's not been good. He's done that as a show. That's all a show. He's all show and no go. But I think there's going to be massive pushback. And, when you're trying to run something and you have a little circle of people around you that are for you, but the general crowd, want to hang you, I think that it's hard to make anything of anything. So I think there's going to be, and excuse that noise, it's a little bit of work going on at the house. So I think that's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be a big pushback. A lot of people, people in any sort of authority, anywhere where they can, are going to put the spoke in the wheel. Um, mm, those other cards worry me a bit, because it's not, it's not good. Something's going on there. Okay, I've pulled out these cards, and these are Sacred Forest Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. They're just absolutely beautiful. I love them. I've got the Time Traveller of hers as well, but I've been using these because I'm really drawn to them, and I'm going to pull out just one card. I'm going to just pull one for today for you all to go with. But I want you to know this. I want you to get on with your lives. I want you to not let this get you down. Don't want you to be watching anything that doesn't do you the world of good or doesn't make you feel good. Tell them to bugger off. Turn off the bloody, the squawky box. If it's yelling stuff at you don't want to hear, and get into building yourself up and watching only things that make you feel good. Watch good shows. I had the dean of the law faculty when I was at uni. He only watched. He was a lovely, lovely man, and you wouldn't think it, but he only watched. Even in those days, he only watched feel-good movies. He wouldn't go to a movie with his wife to see any of these action movies or anything. He chose the movies he watched, and they were only all, feel-good. They were romance movies or, feel-good movies. That's all he watched. And he was adamant about that. Very interesting man he was. Very interesting. That's all he did. Okay. All right. I'm going to pull out one card and I'm going to read it. I love it. Huh? Boggy Bog. This is patience. Patience, kiddies. Patience, darlings. Patience. Be patient. Get on with your life. Get on with the things that you're doing. If there's something you felt you'd like to do or have a go at, do it. You're going to be listening in the not too distant future to interviews that I'm going to be doing with people who are and have done exactly that and are doing that and pursuing things. Please, 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 if you're thinking about doing something, do it along with what you're doing or however you do it, do it. It's not mañana. Don't leave it for tomorrow. Do it now. Do it today. But be patient on all the rest of it and live in your life, because the universe knows the greater plan better than we do. Okay? The universe knows the greater plan better than we do. So for all our frustrations, all our anger, all our upsets and feeling, because we're in this time of feeling for all of you wonderful, wonderful people in America. I do so feel for you, darlings. If I'm upset about it and I'm bloody frustrated, well then you know how much you feel. So, but I want you to be patient. I want you to take care of the things around you. Take care of you first. Take care, if you've got family, take care of them. And your word is your wand. Speak positive things. Be positive and stay in a very, very positive space. I love you all. Now, if you would like a reading, Chrissy this morning, who I did the reading with, had a bit of trouble getting through and trying to get a reading with me because of this stuff that's going on with the website that I didn't know about. But of course, when I get to know about things, I try and jump on it and fix it quickly. But if you would like a reading, if you'd like to contact me, any of those sorts of things, then you simply email me at Wallace, WALLIS, Wallace at boldnotold.com.au. Okay, Wallace at boldnotold.com.au. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get through to 6,000 subscribers, and then it's onwards and upwards. My goal, of course, is to have a lot more. But all the comments I absolutely love. Next week, I'm going to start doing some one-card readings again next week. I'm going to reintroduce those. We need something more positive to look forward to and more things. So I'm going to go back to doing some one-card readings, picking out some names, doing one-card readings. And onwards and upwards, darlings, onwards and upwards. And I do so appreciate you. I love you all. I care about you. I am out there and I am putting my arms around you and hugging all of you, giving you a big, big hug. I'm hugging you all and I'm sending you love and light and caring energy. That's what I'm sending you. Enjoy yourself for the next week, and I'll see you on the next Wednesdays with Wallace, Psychic Medium. Thank you for joining, and thank you for being here for me. Blessings.